Hello and welcome back to another lesson on Canva. So in our previous lesson, I made you familiar with the top panels and other options, and I showed you an overview of the whole website. And in this lesson, I'm going to get you familiarized with these side panels while we're editing, okay? Now, previously we did this one, okay? So just for example, I created this small customization slide, and now we're going to talk about all of these functions here. There's design, elements, brand hub. We're not going to talk about the brand hub because this is for the pro version, so we're not going to touch on this one. I'm gonna make you familiar with this uploads, text, draw, projects, and apps, okay? So another reminder is that Canva also has a mobile app, so you can use it in your Android phone if you prefer to do that. So it's pretty convenient like that. Now, since we're going to edit with Canva, we're going to need designs, right? So there are a lot of design options here. A lot of them are free and we can choose any one of them, okay? So for instance, if we want to create a wedding card, okay, let's create a wedding card and let's get familiarized with this interfaces. Okay, so first I'm going to delete this one, delete every single one of these. Okay, we're going to delete all of these. We're gonna keep a blank page. Okay, all right, so now we're just going to add a page. Okay, so since we want to make a wedding card, we can just simply type in wedding cards. Okay, there you go, and here you can see there are a lot of templates for wedding cards, and you can select any one of these that you want to choose. You can just select them. Okay, now we're going to select any one of these. Let's get back up and we're going to select, let's say, this one. Okay, so the wedding of, okay, so we're going to select this one and we're going to use this. Now, since we're going to edit this wedding card and we're going to make it into our own wedding card, right? So it says here we can actually change every single aspect of this wedding card. Okay, so you can see every single text, it can be edited for our pleasure. Okay, so here is the names, so we can actually change the names of these persons. So I'm going to change it to Steve and Jenny. All right, the wedding of Steve and Jenny. Save the date, and we're going to quote something here as well. And we can actually go online to Google and look for some quotes and wedding quotes. Search for wedding card. All right, we're gonna find a short one because we don't have much space here. Okay, so we're going to go for a short quote, very short one. It's a joy to celebrate your love. So we're gonna select this one, just copy it, and we're going to paste it. Control-Shift-V. Okay, and now we're going to adjust this to the size. Okay, well, you can see that we adjusted the size, and this is exactly how we wanted it. And now we can see the wedding of Steve and Jenny, and we can just set the date to whatever date we want, like it's 2023. We're gonna give it 2023, and we're just gonna keep the dates as it is now, and we're gonna keep the address as it is right now. Okay, now if we want to edit this a bit more furthermore, we can actually do that as well. So we can go to, once we get the template from the design, we're gonna go to the elements. Okay, now this is another part of the side panel, are the elements. Now I touched on it in the previous video when I gave an example of all of these, how we can use it. Okay, so we use these stars, so we're not going to use the stars anymore. So we can actually use these stickers, these glowing stickers like this one. We can just take it there, and you can see here we can also adjust the color. Let's give a bit the white color. The white color seems fine. Okay, so we're gonna keep the white color here, and we can just adjust this however we want it. Okay, so we're just gonna adjust it here in the middle. All right, so there you go. This is the effect of this wedding card, and then we can add more features as well. Let's take a look at wedding. We can just simply type in wedding, and there are a lot of stickers here that we can use for our wedding. If I use this bells, yes, we can also use this bells. Or maybe we can just lose the bells. We can add, now most of these are all, let's see all of them. Most of these are all like the better ones. They're like pro. You gotta upgrade to pro to use the better ones. Okay, you can also try it for 30 days. Try the pro version for 30 days. Just try it out, see how it is. If you like it, you can purchase it. Okay, so we can actually use this one and then make this bigger. We're gonna add this one, make this a bit smaller again, and then put it in the middle, or we can put it here as well. Okay, there we go. Alright, that looks good. Okay, and then we can also edit this. Okay, position, transparency is going to be, let's go with, okay, so the transparency is like that, and because of that now we can see the text much more clearly, right? Now before, if I keep the transparency at like 100%, this might disrupt the text right here. Okay, so I just kept the transparency enough for the people to see, plus the text, they won't be hampered. Okay, and now we're going to add some more details into it. Like there are some more here, like the magic recommendations. Let's see, let's check these out. Now these are really good stickers that we can use. So only these three, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are free. The rest of them are like not free, so we can use this one as well. Okay, just gotta select this one and then move it over here, and we're gonna place it right over here. Okay, and now we're going to adjust the size, and then drag it again, and now we're going to set the transparency enough so that people can view the text Okay, maybe a bit more. Okay, so this is the wedding card. Now these are the elements that we used. If we want to use anything else, like we already typed in wedding, and if we want to add some things as well, more things, like let's see this one. No, we're not gonna use this one. Let's see if we can use something else. Okay, this flower seems good. We're going to place this here, right here, and we're gonna try to make this look like it's coming out of this place. Okay, so let's increase the size here. Okay, and now we're going to adjust it a bit more. Yeah, now let's change the transparency. Okay, now we've got that. Okay, that seems good. Now this is our wedding card that we created, and now let's move on to the other ones. Like this one is the upload section. Okay, I told you that I'm not going to touch on the brand hub because the brand hub is for the paid version of Canva. So I'm going to go to the uploads. So now in the upload section, you can see here I have some images right here that I recently uploaded, but you can also upload through like this. Okay, just go to your folder wherever your picture is, just select them and then open it. It will open up right here. Okay, so you can select your pictures from here. Like if I select this one, you can see here it appeared here, and I can now use this picture in my project. Okay, so that is the uploads section. So that is the upload section. Now in the upload section, you can basically give pictures of JPG and then turn it into PNG after you download it. There will be an option here, download, then they'll ask you, so I'll show that later, no worries. And then we have the text section in our side panel. Now in the text section, you have this default text styles. Okay, add heading. Okay, this is the heading, subheading, and then we have the little bit of body text that we use, basically these types of stuff. Okay, so these are like the heading stuff, and we're going to, let's click on this one. Now you can see it's telling us to add a heading. Now if we want, we can just click here and type in anything we want, and then we can just drag it and place it wherever we want it placed. Okay, wherever we want it placed. And then we can also add the subheading through this as well. We can, same process. Okay, we can just type anything here, and then we can just drag and drop it anywhere we want. And the same goes for the body text as well. Just type in. The thing about the difference is that these parts are all designated in one size. Okay, so the heading size is this big, and then the subheading is a bit smaller, and the text, body text, is the smallest one. Yes, and you can also choose your font combinations here as well. You can choose the fonts, whichever fonts you want to choose from here. Like if I add a heading right there, and then if I choose this heading and choose a font for this heading, like this one, the glow one, you can see here that it's using this glow heading as well. So I can actually use these headings however I want it. I can edit it however I want. All right, so that is the text section. Now let's go to the draw version. Once I click on the draw section here, you can see here this is an interface that appears, and we have some pencils here, pens and pencils here. So this one is currently selected, If we select this one, this is the dark, the more bolder term. So if we do this, you can see here that it's drawing. Okay, so we can use these pens to draw. All right, all of these stuff, and then this one is the thinnest one, so we can use this to draw as well. And the last one here is the eraser. Okay, so if we select the eraser, we can just simply erase every single one of it. Okay, so if I like do one here, do one here, and do one here, I can just select the eraser and just click on it here like this, and it will just erase it completely. Okay, and that is the draw section. I can also select the colors, like if I want this color to be something like red, I can select that, and if I want this color to be something, let's say this one, I can make that happen as well. Then I can use the eraser to just erase it completely. So that is the draw section. And then we have the projects. Okay, so this is the section where we keep our projects. Okay, the projects are saved here in this section. So this is the heading. This one is probably this one that we're doing right now. So it's saved as like this. So if we save it later, it will be like this. Okay, so that is the project. So in every section of Canva, we have a project. They have a project folder where things are saved. The projects that you do are saved. Okay, and then we have the apps. Now if you're in a pro level editing, you might need these apps as extensions to use them in your projects as well. So I'm not gonna go in deep with these, so you can use the QR code or Google Drive or anything that you want. Okay, so now that we're done editing our wedding card, okay, now we can do here is we want to save this. Okay, so I want to save this, download, and I want to save this not as a PNG, or if I want this, let's say this the sparkling that is going on in the background, I can save it as a Jiffy. Okay, and then I can select download, and it's gonna be ready. It's getting ready. So it's preparing the download. After it's ready, it will start downloading in the browser. All right, now if it was a JPG file or a PNG file, it would have been started downloading much faster. But since it is a Jiffy file, it's gonna be downloading a bit slower because it's processing all the animations and stuff. You can see here all the animations, they're processing it, and then after it's done, it's gonna start downloading. Okay, all right, so now it's gonna be downloaded. Now you can just add, let's say I'm going to add wedding card, wedding cards, and then we're gonna select it in the downloads. Okay, so I'm going to save it. So it's a GIF image, and once I've downloaded it, so it's downloaded. Now let's view this image. So you can see that I'm viewing this from my computer. Now it is a Jiffy file, so that's why the sparklings, they are going out, and we can see the sparklings. Now if you don't want it in a Jiffy file, you can also download it as a PNG file. Okay, now the PNG file is perfect for like wedding cards and stuff. Okay, so if I download a PNG file and download it like that, you can see that it's downloading much faster than the Jiffy file. Okay, so it's already downloaded, and we're going to save it as wedding cards 2. Now once I've saved it, it's downloaded already. Now you can see that it's not glowing, right? But the image effect is there, but it's not glowing. So this is an ideal one for a wedding card. Okay, so that's basically all the side panels, and I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next lesson. Hello and welcome back to another lesson on Canva. So in this lesson we're going to talk about the fonts and the popular fonts that are available on Canva. Now this could apply to globally with other platforms as well. Now, but in my choice there are like 7 fonts that I prefer, that which are best for Canva, using Canva in different categories. Okay, so there are some of these texts or fonts, they are very familiar to a lot of you guys. If you've been around Microsoft Word or Photoshop or any other platform, then you know these fonts, some of them. And if you're beginners, then no problem, you'll get to know them very shortly. And these are really good fonts and very popular fonts. Okay, now first we want to create a design. Let's go with docs. Now we're going to type in, once we got the doc file here, we're going to type in something. So we're going to type some things here and we'll see how we do this. So my name is Jerry, and now we're going to take a look at these fonts. Okay, now once we type in this, you can see here I'm going to select it, and I'm going to select fonts for this text here. Okay, now what font would go good with this text? I'm going to select it, the whole text here, or maybe I can just do it from here. Okay, so here you can see this is the heading, subheading or subheading. Okay, we're gonna keep it in the heading. Okay, and we're going to select fonts for this. So once I click on this, it will change, but I have to select the whole text here. All right, so once I select it, now I'm gonna go to the font, and you can see that these fonts are being selected right now. Okay, so any type of font that I want, I can select it. Now the font that I'm looking for first is Open Sans. All right, now Open Sans is a very popular and widely used font that is used globally, Open Sans. All right, now once I click on Open Sans, there are some variants of Open Sans as well. Open Sans Bold, Open Sans Condensed, Open Sans Light. Okay, so we're gonna select Open Sans. Now you can see it's just the classic font of that we use. Okay, so Open Sans Bold is the classic bold, and then Open Sans Condensed is like this, and then we have the Open Sans Light. So the Open Sans is like the classic font of any platform that you can use, and it is a very popular font. So if you're like making something simple, or you don't want to mess around and you just want to keep it straightforward, you can just use the Open Sans simple font for your projects. Okay, now the second one is a bit loony type, and it's best if you're making something like a Halloween themed content or project that you're making, or anything like spooky type of content that you're making. You see, you can actually find one font here which is called the Blood Drip. Okay, now the Blood Drip font, it's pretty fun. Okay, so if I just click on Blood Drip right here, you can see here that the Blood Drip is pretty gnarly, right? It's really gnarly. Now it is best used in Halloween themed content projects and other stuff, spooky and creepy, scary horror content. If you're making stuff like that, then yes, you can use this font. Okay, and then we have, let's see, the next one is the signature font. Okay, the signature font is like the more classy type of font that is used. Like this type of fonts, they are like used in weddings, wedding cards, or any type of invitation is used these fonts. Okay, people use these fonts like that. Okay, so it says my name is Jerry. So you can see if you're using something like official or inviting someone, you can actually use this font to edit your projects. So the signature font can be used very often as well. You know, if you're like if you want to sign your name, you can use this font to type in your name. Okay, and just use it as a sign. Now it's not going to be the same sign as your original sign, so it will still look very classy. Now the same one like the signature is, there's another one. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. So now I'm not going to use brand kit. I'm going to search for another one, which is Liana. So this is somewhat like the signature font as well. Okay, so this is much more classier and much more elegant looking, and you can also use this as a sign as well. Signature, and a substitute of signature font is this one. Okay, my name is Jerry. It looks very lovely as well. So this is another type of font that is similar to the signature font, but it is a bit different. You can see it's much more refined. All right, whereas the signature font was like much more like a signature, and this one is much more refined, the letters and others. Okay, so the Liana font is really good looking as well. You can use this anywhere. If you're inviting a friend or a colleague, you can actually write your letter like this in this font, and it would look so much professional. Okay, so next one we have the Hitchcut. Okay, so I'm just gonna type in Hitchcut. So you can see this is the Hitchcut font. Now where can you use this font? This font is really like a funny font, you know, a loony font. You can actually, if you're writing comics or any type of cartoonish animation stuff, you can actually use this font as a fun font that can be used in these type of funny content. Okay, so if you're making a comic book, you're writing a comic book, you can actually use this font to use the letters in the text as well, and you can actually add the pictures, and beside the pictures you can create the bubble, and inside the bubble you're going to type in all the dialogues and stuff, and you're going to use this font. It will look pretty, I mean, it will just adjust itself, balance itself with the cartoonish background as well. Okay, so this is a really fun font to use as well. You can use this in these type of stuff like animation and cartoonish content as well. So the next one we have is another simple font, which is Lato. Okay, we're gonna search for Lato now, and I'm gonna type in Lato. So you can see here that there are 3 variants of Lato. One is only Lato, the Lato bold, and Lato hairline. Now you can see a variable in this font as into the first one as well, Open Sans. The Open Sans font also had a few variants to itself as well. So this one has its variants as well. So if I select this one, first I need to select my text, and then I can change the font. Okay, so Lato, you can see here, this is a very simple font. Okay, the Lato font, and if I like change the Lato font to Lato bold, it's gonna be same as like Lato bold, just the Lato font, but it's bold. Okay, and then there's another variant to this Lato font, which is the Lato hairline. Okay, now just as the name suggests, it is like a thin hairline. Okay, so the font is like a thin hairline. Now you can see that it is very thin, that's why it's named Lato hairline. So the Lato font is really, it's a classic font as well. Okay, if you use the classic one like this, you see that it's just like normal text, but it's a font named Lato. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the last one, which is the Libre Baskerville. Okay, the Libre Baskerville is also a very popular font. Okay, let's type in the Libre Baskerville. Okay, the Libre Baskerville. Okay, so this is the font. So once I select it, so you can see the Libre Baskerville is also a very classic font. All right, it's pretty classic, and you can see that the designs here, the letter designs, it's like much more, it's different than the last ones, right? So the Libre Baskerville is very classic, and it can be used anywhere in any project. You can use this font, I mean literally anywhere. You can write a letter, you can make comics, you can make wedding cards using this font. Okay, just simple and elegant. The Libre Baskerville, it is very, very convenient, you know, you can use it anywhere. So it is a very good font to use as well. So those were basically the fonts that I chose to present, and those are the fonts that I chose to like, which are to me are the best ones in Canva. Okay, so in Canva you can actually use, you might have other preferences as well. There are lots of fonts available in Canva. Okay, there are like so many fonts here, so you can choose any type of font that you like. Okay, so you can actually choose any type of font that you want, and it's up to you. But to me, these 7 fonts, these are like the best for me. I prefer these fonts to use when I am doing any project or anything else. All right, so I hope this was helpful and informative, and I will see you in the next lesson. Okay, hello and welcome back to another lesson on Canva. So in this lesson we're going to create a logo using Canva, and in our previous lesson I showed you how we created a wedding card, and I showed you everything about the side panel as well. So in this lesson we're going to start off creating a logo. Okay, so let's think of a business that we want to start off, and I was thinking like I want to give a burger shop, and I want to make a logo for my burger company. For the business that I'm going to start, I'm going to create a logo for my burger shop. All right, so I want to create a logo. In order to do that, I'm gonna go here and search here. Okay, I can also go here, create a design, and type in logo. So once I type in design, you can see there is logo here. So I'm just gonna select that one, 500 by 500. So you can see they already gave me a page here that I want to create in. So I can add anything here. Okay, so I want to add a burger logo. Okay, I want to create it, like I want to modify a template. I'm going to select a template. If you don't want to select a template, you can just start off here, just give a background color and start just like that. But I need a logo, a burger icon in order to create this logo. So I'm just going to type in here burger logos. All right, so we can see there are a lot of burger logos here. Some of them are free and a lot of them are not free as well. So we're gonna select one of the free ones. Okay, so any type of ones that we can get, and yeah, we can select this one. Okay, so once we've selected, you can see here whenever I move my cursor around, you can see that there are these boxes that I can actually change the fonts of these boxes. Okay, so I'm not gonna change the burger logo over here. I'm just gonna take this logo and put it on the side for now, and I'm gonna take this one and put it on the side as well. So this is just the text. Okay, and I'm also gonna take this one and put it on the side. Now first we're going to work on these. Okay, so I want to name my burger shop. Let's name this Burger Shot. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this and type in shot, and I'm gonna select this one and I'm gonna type select it. Put the cursor here, and then I'm going to type in burger. So I'm keeping it all of these in capital letter because the fonts are really small, so it doesn't matter. So for now I'm just gonna place this here and this over here because we're gonna use it later. Okay, so Burger Shot, and let's select that here. Now we're gonna take this burger logo, burger picture, and keep it like that. Now since our name is Burger Shot, it makes sense to give a target icon, right? So we're gonna go to elements and let's type in target icon. Okay, so we have our target icon, and let's use this one. Okay, and we're gonna place it right over here. Let's make this a bit bigger here and put it right here, and we're gonna increase the size. Okay, so it covers the whole burger. Okay, no, we're not gonna use this one, we're just gonna use this one. So let's change the color of this icon here. We can change it to anything that stands out. Okay, we'll just keep it in black. Okay, now since we have our Burger Shot logo here, and we're gonna place the name, let's say here, and we're gonna place it right here. Okay, it was like this before, but still. And then we're gonna place this here, and we're gonna change the font here as well. Okay, and we're gonna change it to my. All right, so we got our font here, and let's decrease the size a bit more so it fits into this box. Let's decrease it a bit more. Okay, now it's perfect. Okay, Burger Shot, and we're gonna take these, place this one here and place this one. I think I gave it the other way around. Okay, let's see if we can do anything about this background here. Let's try to change the whole background, and we're gonna make these logos a bit bigger as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this to this side, you there and you there as well, and I'm going to select this one, and okay, I have to move this one as well. So first I'm going to increase the size of the burger. and then I'm going to take this here and I'm going to increase this, the size of this one as well. Okay, there we go. Alright, and now we're gonna place these texts here. This one goes here and this one goes here, and you go right over here, and we'll increase this size as well. And this one also, we're gonna keep it right here. Okay, so this is our logo for Burger Shot, and let's see if we can do anything about the background right now. Full black background, or this one seems kind of nice, but no, we want to keep it a bit. Okay, this one seems good, so let's keep this one. Okay, so now we've created the logo. Let's see if we can change, if there is any need to change the font color here as well. Let's go with black. Also this one, we're gonna go with black as well. Select it. Okay. Alright, now we've got our logo here, and what we want to do now is I want to save this. Okay, now how are we gonna save it? We're just gonna download it as a PNG file. Just go to share and click on download. Right, and you can see that they says it's suggested to download in a PNG file, because if you download in a PNG file, you are able to later on use it on any type of like YouTube thumbnail or any type of YouTube logo icon. They'll just fit it out instantly if it's a PNG file. You can't do it with a JPG file. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this PNG file, and I'm just gonna click on download, and now the logo is being downloaded. So okay, now it's done. I'm just gonna save it. Well, you can see it's saved. Now we have our image here, our logo that we created, the burger shot for our burger shop. So we can use this logo anywhere we want. Anywhere we want to place the logo, we can just place it. Okay, so that is how you actually download and make this logo. You can make it as well yourself, and it doesn't have to be a burger shop. You can do it for your own company or your own business as well. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next lesson.